Let's do Ultimate Crosspathing Mod Order 66, the sequel. This time I have the Super Monkey added. Everything else is still there, so if I still want to get it, then I can do so. But let's cover the rest that I didn't do yet. Let me just start with the texture, just because I know it works well. So most of you should remember this map. It's quite a classic in the BTD5 world. I think they did even code the tunnels. If I saw correctly there, they didn't disappear, but they did the best they could, where the balloons shrank. But you can still hit it. So what is a good tower that would be interesting if fully cross-pathed with everything? I think I want to try the Mortar. Spoiler alert, I don't think it's super interesting, but you can see for yourself. I think maybe a low tier could be pretty interesting, like a 3-3-3. Shell Shock, that can hit any type of balloon with heavy shells, and also applies Bernie stuff. Does that sound interesting at all? Well, we're gonna try it out with all 15 upgrades here. Okay, so I'm gonna go for farms again. They are OP, and as you see, the tunnels, balloon shrinks a little bit, and then expands when it exits the tunnel. I believe that's the best modders can do at the moment, but it would be cool to see it implemented like actual tunnels, like the current game has. We could use an upgraded Mortar now, or just something to defend the other balloons. Yeah, I'll go for a Bernie Star first. So far, nothing interesting about this. You've already seen this. 022 Mortar. Let's see how good a 3-3-3 is. How long can it survive in one spot? I think I'm gonna go top path first. I need this done. Heavy shells can be last. No, it can be next. I'll get camo by 33. So now we're able to pop any type of balloon, and we can decamo them as well. I think if I go with, I think the first one I'll go is artillery, because artillery shell shock sounds amazing. I believe I already tried that in a previous run though it's hard to tell that run because that was not the only defense. Right now, this is the only thing on the map. As long as this can defend up to 39, then we're good. I am aware we have attack in the way. That is also like, you know, kind of helping out, but I think it's mostly Mortar right now. Okay, it would be nice to get an artillery battery for next round. I also am leaking now, so this 3-3 isn't as solid as it could be. Artillery? Alright, I can sell this. I'm gonna sell it, screw it. Make this my only defense. So what do we have now? Well, the mob damage still isn't that great, but the Bernie is nice. That's for sure, and the stun too. I'm sure it'll be anything that's not a Moab, and I guess we have the ability if we have mobs coming. So it'll definitely allow us to farm for the next 10 rounds, I think. I don't think I've actually seen the 042 art before, or at least very rarely, but that does look pretty sick to me. Let me just show you all angles. I think it's just a 042. I don't know if it has any top path elements. And that's basically our camo detection. I wonder if what happens if we get a big one. It might be additive, so that means it just shoots a big one at a slow rate, rather than have this, but way bigger. I guess I can experiment by getting it now. What do you think? It feels like visually, it looks slower, but it's hard to tell. It's still shooting really fast, yeah. It's just the other texture looked a lot faster for some reason. Like, I can show you in comparison, because I can get two of these, of course. Okay, I guess if you compare side by side, it just looks, they look roughly the same. So, my bad. If we use both abilities at the same time, yeah, they're about the same. I guess I just haven't seen this kind of explosion before. We'll sell it. This is still superior. Let's just keep on farming. Once we get the 423, money doesn't matter anymore. It's game over for the balloons. We could get anything we wanted, including a 555 super, which I'm gonna get later on. I did already try a lot of the combinations, but only up to 7 upgrades with the previous version of the mod. But now I can go further. I can try everything at once. But for now, we'll stick with the Mortar. Okay. I'll buy this, make it 444. Now, which tier 5 do we get next? I guess I'll just do biggest one, because we know it's pretty obvious what's gonna happen. It's just the same, but even bigger explosions, even more damage. That's a good one, alright. We get the attack speed of the artillery battery, the damage of the top path biggest one, and the DOT of the Bernie stuff. I think they would apply a stronger DOT with the Bernie stuff. NK added it so that Bernie stuff does a crap ton of damage with biggest one crosspath now. Yeah, I guess that's also a cool thing. That this mod was made now, because it was made before. If it was made before, A lot of crosspaths would have been even worse, because NK didn't add special, I guess, damage properties to them. Because in the past, 520 was always better than 502, because Brony stuff always did 1 damage. But now it scales, so that's nice. You don't always want to go 520 now. Although I think it's still better. Not that it matters right now, because we're getting all the pads. Let me just do it right now. Bloons TD. What happens? We do retain the biggest one, though, which is good. Now we drop wall fire at the rate of an artillery battery. So that's cool. We have wall fire at home, guys. We don't need no silly little wizards. Okay, and Poppinaw, yes. Last one. It doesn't really do anything, though, because Poppinaw doesn't make you shoot faster. So I don't think we're gonna get anything special. Just a reference to how much wall fire, how fast it drops, though. Just look at this. Burning up the entire map right now. So yeah, that's the 555 mortar. How accurate is it? I think it's pretty good for an algorithm, I would say. Again, if you haven't heard what I said about this mod, it's all algorithmically generated. Alright, let's try a middle path. Monkeynomics, see what happens. I think the cool thing is that it's still making money. Yep. But you're also depositing money. It fills up insanely fast. Literally within 2 ticks or something like that. Multiple times around, it ticks. Actually, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good because like you don't get interest. You're actually losing money by doing this, I think. So this is not worth then. Not worth. Even with this ability. Regardless, just sit back and see how long this 555 can survive for. Alright, here's around 100. It's actually taking a long time to pop. So let me use that mortar ability. Weirdly enough, I'm using the ability. It doesn't seem to shoot that much faster. I wonder why. I don't think it had anything to do with Under the Tunnel, because it was still... I think it was still applying. Either way, I think I want to go for Temple now. Or at least a fun Super Monkey. You think the ability broke? What? Oh yeah, it doesn't shoot 4x anymore. It only does the Bop and Aw. Okay, that's why. So this is a downgrade. Wow, guys. The 555 is a downgrade compared to the 545. Let's get rid of him. I want the good one back. There we go. Alright, let me start first with non-temple upgrades. So let's do a Legend. Dark Champion with Robo. Now, with this crosspath, or with this mod, unfortunately you lose the double targeting, sadly. But you do have Dark Shift, which is cool. And good enough, I guess. Let me give that Plasma. See that? Let me give it Sun Avatar, see what happens. Well, there it is. Splits into 3 lanes. Basically a triply shooting Dark Champion. And then occasionally also throwing out crits and the Plasma Balls, it looks like. So there's the 334, in case you're curious. And you see that? Mortar ability works as intended. Alright, let's try slowly upgrading. I'm just gonna move this guy away just to see how good this guy can do on its own. All I can tell right now is that he's causing a lot of lag. A lot. Let's buy Tech Tier, see what happens. Oh, it actually replaced the entire... All Dark Champion projectiles have changed to the green balls. I should say again that the order of what I buy towers in does not change the results. Let me actually prove that to you by doing Tech Tier first. And then Dark Champion. See? It's the same thing. So there we go. That said, I think it's doing more damage. It's just visually changed. Oh my god, the leg is insane. It's definitely a Super Monkey. Like, look what happens if I sell it. It's smooth again. So yeah, something about this. Something about this makes it lag. I wonder if it's middle path causing that. Like, if I buy a Robe Monkey, it will cause more lag. Yeah, it's the Robe Monkey upgrade. I see it hitching now a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, those crits are super satisfying. Just a straight line. When one crits, the rest crits. Throw that in the BTD6 oddly satisfying compilation. And here's Anti-Bloon, a 355. It looks like the middle path overrides the bottom path in terms of what the projectile is. Do you think it's time to go for... I'm gonna sell this mortar, because I think this guy's fine. Now, if I want to go for tempo, should I sacrifice? I think I should. I think it's probably worth going for a max tempo as well. Oh, real quick, Dark Shift, in case you're curious. You can indeed Dark Shift. Use the ability. Oh, the cool thing about using the ability is that it also activates a portal. You see that right there? There's a portal. I wonder if that disables the other portal. Like, if you use the ability and then the portal disappears and then you leak a balloon, does that portal come up again, or does that count towards it? Alright, so that's Max, Primary, Military, and Magique. Let's do the 455 Max Temple. See what happens. Okay, so it looks like it's still the anti-balloon, what do you call it, visual. Also, I actually have not farmed enough. I think it's because of this guy. The Monkeynomics is bad, because it puts the money into the bank instead. So let me go back to my 525, and I should be making stacks again. Anyways, it doesn't look that interesting. It looks like it's just, well, additive. Well, actually, no, I see golden beams. Is that... that's different color, right? Am I blind? I can't see what a normal anti-balloon is, because you can't get another 2.5 if you already have this one. But I think that's different, a lighter color. Like, it's a mix between gold and what the anti-balloon was, like reddish. So that's kind of interesting how the algorithm changed the color a bit. It does have the rest of the attacks, though. You see the blades, you see the mini sun avatars, you see the magic attack. Shouldn't I get vengeful? Yes, you're right, you're right. A vengeful temple actually might be interesting to get. So does that mean I have to get rid of this guy? I think I may have to. As sad as that sounds. I guess we could always do both, yes. Go for the True Sun God first, and then, assuming we have FU money, we can just sell it, and then do a vengeful. Yeah, why not? Who doesn't want best of both worlds? Alright, we have enough money. Let's do it. 555 Super Monkey. Algorithmically generate this mod. What happens? Well, we finally get the temple texture with anti-balloon arms. Also, those are massive. Is that normally how massive the projectiles are? I think they're bigger than what they should be. There's also two of them because anti-balloon, 2 arms. That is humongous. Holy crap. I swear I don't have large projectiles on. It's just naturally large. Oh, is it just like that because there's 2 of them? It just looks bigger? And yes, visually, yes. The military apparently gives bigger projectile size to the beam, which I actually didn't know beforehand. I think I just learned that. Can I Dark Shift Temple? Yeah, absolutely. Just watch Exhibit A. Dark Shift. The ability icon turned to tier 4, if you see. The tech tier right here. Let's move it back in a nice place. And then meanwhile, if you open this, it's now just a white box. It's a white box ability. Also, quick glimpse of the rotating temple. Although I think I already saw that. If you saw the 3D mod that I did months ago, this will be no surprise. But those who haven't, here's a rotating temple for your enjoyment. Well, I can't really see it because the freaking projectiles are so big. I'm not used to seeing things this big, guys, so forgive me. Both in and out of the game. Okay, vengeful, yes, vengeful. But I can't, I gotta make sure not to die. We have all the ingredients, let's see the vengeful. Remember, this is a 544, oh! Right, you don't get the, remember you can't get back a Legend of the Night, or an anti-balloon when you sacrifice, so it makes sense that they still lock you out. So you cannot get a 555 vengeful, you can only get a 544. What's actually interesting is that, I can't tell if it's another golden beam underneath, or just a golden aura around the black projectiles. But that said, it looks really, really sick. Not the medical kind of sick, but sick. Like, that's not how it normally looks, right? That's because of the mod, I believe. I mean, I'm pretty sure the 544 is better, just because it's a freaking vengeful. You would love to see this versus Elite Balloonarius. Wow. That might be a nice idea right there. Let me try Dark Drifting. Oh, that's cool. Look. This is very cursed. Golden base, vengeful top, 1 arm. Beautiful. Yes, it can also be placed anywhere because there's a bug with Dark Shift, Crosspath in this mod that basically allows you to Dark Shift anywhere. So let me just throw it, plop it at the front of the map, and speedrun the end of this. Before I end here, I did not try any Crosspath wizards, but let me assure you it's not that interesting, despite the fact I enabled it. It really just is additive, so doing this would add a Wizard Phoenix around the Archmage. Doing this would allow you to spawn zombie balloons. Nothing too crazy that one might expect, other than a really large radius, but range isn't really that interesting, I don't think. Slightly underwhelming 555 wizard, although it actually is doing quite a bit of damage. So again, very fun experimental mod. Shouts to Doombubble for creating this one. Doombubbles. If y'all have any more ideas as for what I can do with this mod, because I think I covered, again, all the good stuff. All the boring stuff that's just additive, like wizard, well, there's not really much to see. I'm happy to hear any ideas you have with this mod, but I'm gonna stop here for now. I think I've seen enough of this for now. So we're gonna call it. There we go, Monkey Star, 554 Temple with 35 milli. GG's.